Yes, hello everybody, this is Ray from raysunited, and I'm back. I'm back today. Listen, if you're watching it live, please, this is going to be a fun one. And if you're watching it after the fact, enjoy the show. It's going to be a very interactive show. If you're watching it after the live show, please don't say I talk too much, because it is, or you can say whatever you want, but obviously be constructive, because you know you're watching a replay of the special Pi Network live show. So if you're watching it live, please enjoy it, because it's been a while I've done a video or even a live show lamenting about Pi's price during listing. Now, the initial price, remember, this is what you need to understand: the initial price, what we could see it start from, and then from there unpredictability would ensue. However, without further ado, you know what to do. Smash that like button, people. Smash the subscribe button, of course. And if you want to become a member, great. Help the channel. Help Ray, or help me, because at the end of the day, it's all about my enthusiasm to produce these contents. And if I don't have the enthusiasm, then unfortunately, you don't get to see it. Because trust me, I am making some bucks elsewhere, which makes YouTube secondary. However, I don't want it to be secondary. I want it to be primary. So when I get the numerous info that I get, you lot will be part of it. Smash the like button. When I come back, here's on.
Oh my God, Ray's made another one. Woo!
Yes, this is Ray from raysunited. I love my tunes. Trust me, I do love my tunes. But hey, smash the like button. Let's get to 150 likes. I get the sense that we would get there. There will be lots of polls if time permits, of course. I may hold a Telegram, as you're watching this live, a Telegram live stream as well. So, you know, you could join that. It will be great, because we'll be talking about lots of things. We'll be talking about the crypto bots, which have taken over Telegram as well. So, you know, Ton is doing great. The Open Network is doing great. So we'll talk about all of that and all of those. And of course, I don't want to digress, but Athene Network are doing something a bit surprising. You know, I was very hard on them. I was supposed to be hard on them, and I was. And I think they know that when I'm hard on you, doesn't mean I'm against you. It means I'm just speaking from the point of view of my audience, and my audience deserve something, or deserve, you know, a mouthpiece, and I just put myself in the line for them. However, they've come up with something which I think it will be okay, great for you to join. So you can use, if you look at a pinned comment in the live comments, you can see the link that I've put there. So, you know, click on it as we're speaking right now. Click on that link and join my Telegram Athene Network bot. So if you join that, obviously, you know, most of the other cryptos are beginning to do that slowly but surely. So you might want to do it before it's too late, because when you do that, you can also invite people as well. And when you get them, if you invite people, you get 120,000 gems. How long does it take you to mine 1,000 gems? A lot. So 120,000 gems if you invite one person. If that person invites another person, you get 80,000 gems for your F2, which means what your F1 invites. So, hey, that's great. This is not an Athene Network show, but I thought I should slip it in, because I may be doing a show, or probably release a video about it very, very soon. But I thought I should talk about it. This show is definitely about, you know, Pi price during listing. Now, when I say during listing, I'm saying what it could start with. Now, that's what I'm saying. After that, I don't know what happens, but what it could start with from that day, minute, second one, or whatever, from that moment, the price we should expect. You understand? I'll be talking about that. And you can also obviously put in your opinion, because that's my opinion. Your opinion matters. So remember, you can put your opinions in there, and I will respond to that in kind. Now, first of all, let me see if I can get my YouTube running. It's very important that I do that. So let's see on my screen. All right, there it is. 68 people watching. That's absolutely stunning. I'm happy about that. Richard Brown is here from Atlanta. You know what? Let me know where you're watching from. Let me give you a shout out. Okay. Let me give you a shout out. Let me give you shout outs. Let me know where you're watching from. All right. So I was the first person to put a message here, and it's this one. So please, while we're here, go join it. J-Dog, Lizzie B, you don't use my invitation codes. I don't know why. But Lizzie B, you need to use my invitation code for this one. Join it. Please click on the link. Of course. And I don't want to mention the name, but it's on the screen. You can see it in the chat, of course. Click on it. Join it. It is the Athene official bot. I want to see how many people will be joining it right here, right now, because if when you invite people, you get 120,000 gems, which is quite a lot. Smash the like button. Let's get to 150 likes. And those of you who received your winnings, great, congratulations to you. You know, they did receive them, apart from one person, and that person will receive it because they've not been migrated yet, that person, but they're going to receive their Pi too. You know, when I promise, I deliver. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I get angry when other cryptos promise and they don't deliver. I get extremely, hey, let me just reduce the volume. I get quite angry when they don't, you know. No, I'm not talking about J-Dog. I'm not talking about joining Athene Network. I said you're joining the bot version. The bot version is slightly different. You can use that to invite people as well. So when you join, it's different. I'm telling you, it's different. I'm telling you. So you will see. Just join it. Yes, J-Dog got his 3 Pi. Great stuff. When I promise, I deliver anyway. So today we will be talking about the potential price of Pi during listing. Now, remember, when I say during listing, it's not mainnet. It's not when we're on the open mainnet. We can be on the open mainnet and still not have been listed yet. Remember, others can do the reverse. They can list and then go on mainnet. But Pi Network chose to go on the open mainnet first and then list. So obviously, yeah, that's the reverse version of that. So when it's listed, what price could it be? The first listing, what price could it be? That is the question, and I'm going to talk about that. Let me know where you're watching from, people. Very, very important. And share the content. Let people know what we're doing. I would, if you've got any question, I will save it. Of course, I'll save the questions. People who have questions, I'll save them. All right, Lizzie B is watching. I've got J-Dog watching. I've got Jon Snow watching. I've got Richard Brown watching. And so I'm reading my members first because they take precedence. So I read them first before I get to any person. These are the perks, you know. When you're a member, you get priority, and that's just fact. You get priority over any other account. I've got Ashish here saying, I was waiting for this video and was thinking that Ray must come out with his calculations. Oh, yes, I've done my own calculations based on a lot of factors. It's all predictive. It's all speculative, but they are from my own calculations. If those of you who've been watching me for the past 3 years, can you give me a name for the name of my algorithm that I use for the price? If you're somebody who is an old timer, you will know. There could be a price for that. The name of the algorithm, the one that answers it first, could get 1 Pi. The name of the algorithm that I use, and I mean the first answer, I'm not talking about the numerous answers, the first answer, the name of the algorithm that I use to calculate the price of Pi. What is the name of it? Please, if you're an old timer, you should know the name. You should know the name. It's been a while I've used the algorithm, but I used it recently. So I thought, you know what? Let me just tell you what my findings are. Instead of releasing a video, I'd rather interact with you with respect to that. So I'm going to see those of you who are old timers, if you can remember what the name of my algorithm is. The one I used to calculate price of Pi from back in the day, if you remember, 3 years ago, more than 3 years ago. So I've got J-Dog saying I came a bit late since I started packing. All right, great. Brett McKenzie here say, been a while, Brett. You're not a member anymore. What's going on? Saying big news this year. Hope all is well. All is well, Brett. We've got Oju here saying that, hey, Ray, it's evening here in Abuja. Yeah, it's evening here too. Albeit light is still, you know, bright and around here. Yep. So you guys don't know the algorithm. You don't want one pi. Have you seen how long it takes to mine one pi? The name of the algorithm. Don't plagiarize because it's taking too long now. You've got 1 minute to give me. Otherwise, nobody wins anything. 1 minute. It will be counting down very, very soon. So when it's 46 and a bit, nobody wins anything, even if you answer it correctly. So let's see, because you don't have to plagiarize. You don't have to go watch other videos to know. If you're an old timer and you listen to my shows, you will know I have an algorithm that I use to calculate the price of pi over a period of time based on certain factors. And I've used it this time around because now I have all the parameters available, and therefore calculating the potential price of pi is great. So those of you who have been with Rays United for more than 3 years, when one person, Ashish, was watching, I remember Ashish is one of the old timers. He will be watching back in 2021. And, you know, yeah, he's an old timer. He's an old timer. So he knows what's up. Let's see. John Snow saying, hey, Ray, been busy those days with a lot of things, but I'm still here, but can only hear. That's okay. That's okay. We have, yes, Richard Brown is here from Atlanta. Ojo here saying greetings to you, Mr. Ray. Yes, watching from Ondo State. And then we have Ray Odiwas watching from Abuja. We have Cliff watching from Texas. Lizzie says smash the like button. And Sambas watching from Uganda. Yeah, respect. Thug Life. If you know Tupac, you know I'm a fan of his. I've always been a fan of his, even in his death for over. God, did I just crack myself? What the hell? So painful. What's happening? Do I have? Oh, I do have some nails, and I've used it to scratch myself. Anyway, let's continue. We've got Abzion Deck from Nigeria. Noni watching from South Africa. We do have. No, you can't remember the algorithm. Lizzie, yeah, you are no timer. You've been on it for I think 2.5 years now. Yeah, so yeah, you are no timer, but you didn't watch that, so you wouldn't know. That video was done before your time. It was done during Ashish's time. Ashish, Brian, you know, those people, yeah, they've been on it since. All right. So we've got J-Dog said I joined a few months ago. Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. Hi, Ray, watching from Namibia. Let me see. We've got Washington watching from Zambia. We've got Fabian Charles watching from Botswana. We've got Rajiv. Yes, I'm doing great. You're watching from India. Inde Simoni watching from Cameroon. Frank Donatus. Mensa Frank watching from Ghana. Fan TV watching from Italy. Akutu watching from Cameroon. Frank saying, all right, I'm going to save that. I'll answer it later. Greetings from Uganda, of course. Isaac Yorsin watching from Ghana. And I'll put these questions aside as well. And then it said it'll probably, okay, I'll put that somewhere there. All right. So I think I've spoken up. Obviously, I've read most of your comments, so that's great. Now, please join the Athe Network bot account. It's great to join. We've got Making Kid the North watching from Michigan, United States. And then we've got Zone 4 Tech Tips and Tricks watching from Ghana. Great. All right. So we all know that Pi Network is one of those up-and-coming cryptos which has created a buzz around the mobile mining crypto space over the past 5 years or 5 and a bit years. And a lot of people have speculated what the price could be. A lot of people have created groups and in some cases, you know, sort of an occultic or occult-esque groups. And, you know, they can be very volatile at times and they can be very conservative, right-wing at times, as it were. However, I've ensured that I don't belong to any of those groups. I've remained unbiased throughout the whole process. So when I see something that doesn't make sense to me, I'll have to do my own research. And if I feel like they're trying to impose themselves, then I'll call them out, right? So I did that years ago, but now I don't do that because I don't think we're at the stage where we should be concentrating on stuff like that. However, since the announcement a few days ago, just over a week ago, when I'm doing this video, that you know, Open Mainnet is on track for to be launched by the end of this year, I thought, you know what, it's about time. It's about time we because when it's launched, it doesn't mean it will be listed on exchanges. You need to remember that. When it's launched, it means obviously it's open to be listed on exchanges. It means the firewall, which was inculcated months ago, has now been obviously brought down. And because that has been brought down, we are able to witness exchanges list Pi on their exchanges, which means they have the freedom to do that. Right now, they don't, because we're in the enclosed network. So if anyone tells you that Pi is being listed anywhere, it's false, because we are in the enclosed network. Your Pi is relatively safe or supposedly safe, and it's all up to you. Now, I've done all of that. We've all been through a lot of things with Pi Network, but the one thing that I never really in the past few months have ever spoken about is the price of Pi, because I was waiting for some sort of information, which we all have now. And so based on the information, based on the buzz, based on the euphoria, based on the factors, I've been able to ascertain what I personally, and this is me, what I personally believe the price could begin at when it's listed on exchanges. So hold up, you are going to know about that. Keep your comments coming. The question I'm going to ask you is, what do you think? Now, be realistic, please. Be realistic, because I am going to talk about GCV as well. But GCV is a different concept. So you can't really bring GCV in this. So if anybody says 314159, I'm going to just remove that comment. You know why? Because it means you're not being pragmatic. It means you're being like a sheep, because somebody else is saying is that, so you're also saying is that. No, I don't want that. Be constructive and be pragmatic. What do you believe the price of Pi could be when Pi is launched? When Pi is listed on exchanges. There's a difference. When Mainnet is launched, if euphoria would ensue, so demand will be high. Remember, lots of Pi have been locked up, so supply will be relatively steady or relatively low based on the amounts we have. So I've looked at all of that. Now, based on that, what do you think the price of Pi could be? This is so important. I don't want anybody being all dogmatic and all stiff and all of that, Okay, so let's start. Omer here is saying that it's going to be $50. Let's see. Omer Gun is, I'm not saying gun, Gun is saying it's going to be $50. Mr. Professor, Mr. Pessimism here is saying it's going to be 0.00, so under 10% of a cent. Of course, that's totally false. It's not going to be that way. Nathaniel here is saying it's going to be $100. Abubakar here is saying it's going to be 1 Pi equals 1 Pi, which is BS. I don't understand what that means. And Day Simone here is saying it's going to be between $50 and $30. Okay. And then we do have my guy here says it's going to be $3.14. We have Lizzie saying it's going to be, she thinks $5. Technically, it will have to match the IOUs that the exchanges. Oh, no. This is where you've gone wrong. Now let's talk about this. IOUs are IOUs. Let me explain what could happen. Now, you know what IOUs mean? It means those who purchase your so-called IOUs or whatever, those who purchase them, they're actually gambling, saying that, okay, Pi's price will be the price they bought it for. So if you bought it for $40 per Pi, if Pi is less than that, you run at a loss. If Pi is more than that, you only receive your $40. And then they make the profit. So either way, whoever you bought the IOUs from will make the profit. But you stand the chance of making profit if the price of Pi is launched at more than how much you bought it for, or you lose, you run at a loss if it's launched at lower than the price you bought it for. So no, it is not going to match it. So whoever, if you don't understand what the IOUs are, Brett McKenzie, My guy, it doesn't work that way. Do you understand? It's not going to match it. It is not going to match it. So just remember that, okay? It would only be, I'll explain it. I'll explain it because I've got my algorithms. I'll explain it. Don't worry. All right. So we have, let me see. I feel like Pi wouldn't be paired against okay, I understand what he means. It wouldn't be paired against the US dollar. What I'm foreseeing is Pi would be paired like Bitcoin. Yeah, on exchanges, yes. On exchanges, yes. But when it comes to the DEXs, you understand, when it comes to these Web3 wallets, it will be, it's against the dollar. It's against the dollar. But when it comes to the CEXs, the exchanges, the proper exchanges, then of course it will be paired against either the USDT or be paired against the altcoins or the main cryptos, like Bitcoin or Ethereum or Solana. Do you know what I mean? So that's what you need to look at. All right. So I understand what Akbar of Lagos is saying. I understand that that is just yeah, but that's on exchanges. When it comes to Web3 wallets, it's always against the dollars or the pound or the euros or something. All right. So Viresh Kumar here is saying $10. Fabian is saying Fabian Charles is saying $10, and Gabriel is saying $50 to $100. For Picoin to be used for exchanges, exchange for goods and services, the price should be at least be constant in all countries. Now that is something that I understand, but there are lots of utility platforms. In case you don't understand, there are lots of, there's TeamU, and there is DHgate. There used to be another one, I've forgotten the name, but the utility platforms where people sell stuff on. Now, when you go there to buy something, and let's say you're going to buy, let's say this cap, for instance, you go there and you would find that one outlet is selling it for, let's say, $15, another outlet selling it for $5. It can't be constant. It can hover around a certain range of prices. They might say, okay, if you buy 10, instead of $15 for one, you may get $12 for all 10. So which means you spend $120 instead of $150. But to say they're going to have constant prices, no. This is not a central bank. It's cryptocurrency. At the end of the day, it's based on bartering, and it's based on the individual, it's based on the merchant, and it's based on the buyer. At the end of the day, you choose whichever one you want to buy. Some people have certain factors within which to consider. So some may say, okay, the delivery price is much lower. Although the price is high, the delivery price is low. So I might go for that, all in all. The other one may have a lower price, selling price, but may have a higher delivery price, which means that when you calculate it, they might be a little bit more altogether compared to the one that has a higher price and lesser delivery price. So you need to look at a lot of factors when you're obviously buying stuff from these utility platforms, or obviously paying for service on these utility platforms, So when I say that the difference between, say, TeamU, DHgate, and Pi utility platforms will be the fact that we take Pi, they take dollars or pounds or euros or whatever. Do you know what I mean? That's the only difference. If they took Pi, then hey, we may also, check them out to see what TeamU is doing, to see what DHgate is doing, and to see what all the others are doing. Even Amazon. Amazon is is the biggest utility platform. Do you know what I mean? And we want Pi to be one of the biggest. So to do that, yeah. But so it's tricky for people. It is tricky for people. All right. So Fule Devi here is saying 314. Now this is where the sentiments have to just be chucked out of the window. Do you know what I mean? All these specific numbers that people keep giving, 314, 3.14, 31.4, 3146, all of those are sentimental figures. Let's talk about real figures. Do you know what I mean? Frederick here saying $150 and above. It's $10, cost 1.2 billion circulation. Now, Isho Bista is about to get into the proper metrics, the proper calculation. So we'll be talking about all of that. All right. But I want to also tell you something. The reason why I'm telling you there is a lot of permutations and there's a lot of possibilities. Look at Notcoin. Notcoin had at one point had about I think 200 billion market capitalization, $200 billion worth of market capitalization I don't know how much it is now. Somebody should check and tell me what their market capitalization is at the moment, not coin. Now, if they could do that within a few months, what do you think Pi could do? Now, this is just being realistic. What do you think Pi could do? Now, it's all dependent on the market capitalization, and therefore the price, the circulation number, which is the circulating supply, would determine the market capitalization, or the market capitalization plus the circulating supply, not plus, divided by the circulating supply. Is it the other way around? Circulating supply divided by market capitalization, whichever one. No, it's market capitalization divided by circulating supply. That gives you the price. Do you understand? Or the price times circulation gives you the market capitalization. So you look at all these little calculations, you are going to get whatever. So market capitalization, price. What is the constant? The constant is the circulation. The circulation or the circulating supply is the constant. The variables are the price and the market capitalization. So one affects the other. Do you understand? They are the variables here. The constant is the circulating supply. However, remember, we do have a total supply, which we haven't reached yet, which is 100 billion Pi. We haven't reached that. We're nowhere near that. Right now, as we speak, we're probably around between 5 and 10 billion Pi, which could be in circulation. Do you understand? So between 5 and 10 billion, let's say for all intents and purposes, 5 billion in circulation, right? So 5 billion is in circulation, which is the circulating supply, 5 billion, right? And total, the market capitalization, for instance, let's say is 200 million, right? 200 billion. 200 billion divided by 5 billion is 40. That's $40, right? And all these are speculation and predictive mechanisms. It's got nothing to do with fixed price. In the crypto market, even our stable coins don't have fixed prices. They hover around the stability they create, but it's not fixed. Do you understand? You look at USDT, at times it goes past $1, at times it goes just below $1, but give or take, it's probably plus 5 cents. Do you know what I'm saying? Give or take, probably 5 cents, plus or minus. You know, so even that being a stable coin, you know, so I personally would be extremely surprised if the price of Pi surpasses $100 during the during its first listing, the first second, the first minute of its listing on any exchange that takes it up first and foremost. I will be surprised if it goes past $100. Why? Because if the circulating supply is 5 billion, now this is the least. If the circulating supply is 5 billion and we say the price is $100, that's 500 billion. But that's started. It could be, but I'm not certain about that. Based on the algorithm I used, I'm not certain, because Notcoin has more people using it than Pi Network. However, it went to around 200 billion, if I'm not mistaken. So, again, what do you think the price of Pi could be at the start? When I say at the start, I mean the very second that the exchanges take it up and say we're listing it. How much do you think it could start from? Very important. And of course, smash the like button where you're at. We need to get to 150 likes in no time. Tell me how many likes we've got to. Nobody was able to answer my question, so we will see. Let me see how many likes we've got to so far. 68 likes with 124 people watching. That's unacceptable, people. Smash that like button, please smash it right now. Smash the like button right now. Let's get there. Smash the like button right now, please. Let's get to 150 likes before I continue. We're 30 minutes into it. You can't tell me 68 likes and you don't like the show. You do like the show. Smash that like button. Because right now, if I have to put a poll there, all of you are going to answer the questions. Because of that, I'm doing no poll. So we need to make sure we smash that like button. In case you're wondering, this is water. I'm drinking water. I'm not drinking anything. Ivan Lucic saying $500. Why? Why is it $500? Notcoin had 3 billion market cap. Just 3 billion? That's nothing. Only 3 billion? Well, that's nothing. 3 billion. At one point, I thought it was a lot. It was quite a lot. 3 billion is nothing, really. Notcoin is right now. Notcoin is 1.52. Not great. Let me see. Total supply multiply with launch amount gives you. Yeah, I know that. $1.30. Okay. So another question. So with all the delays, all the careful work that the core team have put in, with all the words I'm looking for are not coming, but with everything that the core team have done so far, if Pi's price were to be below, because not many people remember Pi is very scarce now. The reason why I'm absolutely certain that the price of Pi will be in and around between $50 and $100 at the start is because the mining rate of Pi is extremely low. Do you know what I mean? And I remember Nicholas Kokal saying back in the day that no, I'm not comparing them. Remember, I'm not comparing them at all. Soti. I'm not comparing them. Pi Network has got all the utilities. You understand? That's why we would hit the market with absolute rampage. Do you know what I mean? We will hit the market with absolute rampage. So I'm not comparing. I'm just giving you a benchmark. Do you know what I mean? I'm giving you a benchmark, something to compare with. And me personally, I will not budge because of what my algorithm says. I will not budge with the pricing of what I believe the price could be, the initial price could be come the listing time. And I repeat, it is going to be around between $50 and $100. I've always said that. I've not budged. And in calculation and everything, I can see it not moving around, moving too much lower than that and moving too higher than that. Give or take, if I say $75, it would make sense, you know. So Nicholas Okale said something years ago, 5 years ago, that those of us who joined at that time at the higher mining rates would be the ones that would benefit the most if we mined often. I took heed of his words then, and I still take heed of his words now. And because of that, I personally have tens of thousands of Pi which I've mined, and a lot of people have a lot of Pi that they've mined, and obviously the downlines whom they invited from back in the day have also mined a certain amount. And you've all seen how difficult it is to mine 1 Pi now. So when I'm telling you, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, you could give me do this for me and I'll give you 1 Pi, 2 Pi, you should not take it for granted, because it's not some invaluable, sorry, some token with no value. Yes, right now Pi doesn't have any price yet, but when it comes to value, it has a high value. To me, it's even invaluable. So if I have 1,000 Pi, for argument's sake, and don't worry, I do have a lot more than that, but if I have 1,000 Pi and say Pi is $75, that is 75,000 Pi, $75,000. Do you know what I mean? If I have 10,000 Pi, that is $750,000. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, and that's what I'm trying to say. For somebody to have a lot of Pi, that person should either be a node, and lately the node is not really fetching a lot because I don't know what's going on. They have to rectify that, because I'm a node right now. My node is running, but it's not earning anything, which is a shame. It's taking 6.47% of my CPU power. So I'm not happy about that. So they need to do something about it, because they wanted us to be nodes. I am node, and I'm not earning as much as I'm supposed to. The other thing is to lock up. And now we do have the on-chain lockup, which you can do if you want to. If you do that, you will earn a higher mining rate. Therefore, you earn a lot more Pi. Or invite more people, or prompt your downlines to keep mining, because we're about to head to mainnet and they can't keep wasting the opportunity to keep mining. Do you know what I mean? Or keep KYCing people, validating people. That's what I mean. Validating people to earn more validation points, because when that time comes, they will give you what you deserve for validating. And I mean, not your success, the success that happened after they got KYC'd, because not everybody that you validate will get KYC'd. Remember that. So we need to go through all of that. So me personally, like I said, I am not budging from the price that I've been saying, because I've calculated and it makes perfect sense. We will not hit the highs of Bitcoin yet, but we have the potential to either match it or beat it. Because as we speak right now, Pi Network, I believe, is on par with Ethereum. Not price-wise, because the circulation numbers are much less. So price-wise, Ethereum's price is not something that Pi would ever reach, not in my lifetime. However, when it comes to market capitalization, Pi should beat Ethereum over a period of time. I am certain of that. To beat Bitcoin to the 1 trillion plus, that is a discussion for another day. Do you know what I'm saying? So when all is said and done, I believe that Pi Network is going to hit the heights that people may not have dreamed of. But it's not an individual price. It's the market capitalization. Do you understand? When you look at countries, it's not calculated by per capita of what people have. It's calculated by their GDP, the gross domestic product. You understand how much the country makes over a period of time. When all their debts are not taken into account, how much do they make? GDP, gross, you understand, domestic product. And that's the thing. So you tell me, with all these things that I've discussed so far, remember, these are my personal opinions and personal estimations. I used to do a lot of calculations to tell you what the price of Pi could be and so on and so forth. But that wasn't based on, that was based on certain factors and certain speculative factors without having a certain concrete fact. But right now we do have a concrete fact. We do know that Pi Network could launch the open mainnet or open network by the end of the year. Fact, based on the conditions that have been set. Worst case scenario, it could launch by Pi Day next year, which is 9 months or 8 months from now. That's not long. That's not long to go. So if it's not 5 months from now, it is 8 months from now. I can wait. Do you know what I'm saying? So based on all of that, yeah, would you say that if Pi were to be listed on any exchange and the price is, say, as Lizzie is saying, $5, would you say that's a disappointment? Tell me right now. Would you say that's a disappointment? Because remember, we do have the circulation number or the circulating supply to contend with. So that's what you need to look at. How much Pi is going to be in circulation? If I were you, I would look at ICE as the example. Even though ICE is not as big as Pi, it can never be as big as Pi, but use that as the example. How much is the circulating supply? 6 point something billion. How much is the total supply? 21 point something billion. Have they ever gone past 20 cents? No. Do you know what I'm saying? Have they ever gone past 20 cents? No. You know, so you should look at all of that and see. No, actually 20 cents. Have they ever gone past 1 cent? No. No, they have gone past 1 cent, 0.0113 something. But have they ever gone past 2 cents? No. Have they ever gone past 1.5 cents? No. You know, so, but Pi is not ICE. So Pi would, because of our utility and everything in our foundation, we're more than 5 years. We've been in the game, over 60 million engaged pioneers. We are not to be trifled upon. Do you understand? Or trifled with. Lizzie's donated 10 Canadian dollars. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Let me go actually like it and thank her over here. Please like it and respond to it. Let me see. Thanks, Lizzie, as always. As always. Yep. Thank you so much, Lizzie, for that. Let me see. No, it's not a disappointment. That means we have room to grow the value. Many people sold their goods with GCV price. I even sold my flat screen with GCV just to support GCV. Well, you need to understand it first. It's not about supporting GCV. At the end of the day, like I keep saying, me personally, like I said, I joined Pi a long time ago. And what I heard from what Nicholas Kokales said is that those of us who joined earlier, if we keep mining with the high mining rate, even so, a lot of people then never thought it was that high. But if I listen, when I joined, it was just about leaving 1.6 pi per hour. So I mined mostly at 0.8 pi per hour and 0.4 pi per hour, basically. But at certain points, I was having like 50 pi per hour, 100 pi per hour, and so on. Do you know what I mean? Because most of my people were mining then. I would have like 80% mining and so on and so forth. So it was a lot of pi then. However, as time went on, we got to 0.2 when we hit 10 million. And obviously, you all know what happened back in 2022 when the system-wide base mining rate was inculcated. And of course, it kept reducing based on interaction every month. And you can see what's happened since then. Do you know what I mean? So this is to tell you that lots are happening behind the scenes. Lots are happening behind the scenes. Do you know what I mean? So I personally am, extremely anticipating what's about to happen. I'm anticipating what's about to happen. So I'll probably open the line a bit. I want people to call in and ask some questions, or if you've got anything you want to discuss, you know, it's here. You can call in and just let's see what you've got to say. All right, let's see what you've got to say with regards to that. While we're doing that, let's talk about GCV. Okay, I decided to just slip it in briefly. Let's talk about GCV. So GCV, in case you don't know, if you just joined Pi, is something called the global consensus value. You understand? Now, obviously, I'm not part of it. I've never been. I don't think I ever will be. However, they do have a concept, and we need to understand the concept. Do you know what I mean? And I think it's a concept, personally, anyway. I don't attend any of their thing because their honcho has supposedly blocked me. I don't know why, but that's their problem. I could have said I'll block them because they don't listen to me. But I'm not going to block them because they don't listen to me. But obviously, because I don't pay attention to what they do, I don't support that 100%, but I listen to what they say. Their honcho blocked me just because of the fact that, you know, I don't want to talk about it at all. However, today I'm gonna talk about it in a different light. You know, I'm gonna talk about it in a different light. But before we do that, let me see. So here I've got Mom Silo saying that, hi Ray, I'm from Montenegro and I've been mining Pi for 4 years, strongly believing that the project is the best. My opinion that the value of 1 Pi should be constant and worth 31,400. Okay. My question to you is, do you think core team will announce Pi value because Mainnet starts in order to attract more companies and people to be part of this? No, they won't, because that's not how it works. They can't influence the price in any way, shape, or form. They can try and announce it at a time when the market is picking up. Nicholas said that. They don't want to announce at a time when, like this time around, when people are so downtrodden and you know, downhearted about a lot of things, you know. So people are ecstatic, but look at the prices of crypto. It's really gone down. Do you know what I mean? So it's a proper bear market, and this is the time. Proper bear market. This is the time you want to keep buying if you have the capital, if you have the portfolio. Mensa Frank is saying, why is it that Pi node is no more working? It is working, but unfortunately, it's not working. Actually, no, it's not working. How to give rewards for Pi validators. They will do that during the open mainnet. It will probably get listed 0.01 if there is a huge demand. Maybe it will jump to $20 to $30. Who knows? Well, that's from Athanas, of course. Great stuff. And let me see what people are saying. No, it's not disappointed. Good. Pi is not listed with nothing more than $0.3. Cool to hear. I will cry because I sold 160 pi for just 64,000. What's that? That's 400 naira each. I don't know the conversion, but well, you sold your pie. Well, that's a shame. You sold it for money. Okay, that's a shame. It's not worth it if the value is low in the. Now, if the value is low, the only way is down. Sorry, the value is high, the only way is down. You know that. You should see this from the experience we had with ICE. ICE started at 0.013 something. Where is it now? It can barely scrape 0.004. As we speak right now, it's probably gone below 0.004 and probably around 0.003, which is probably 30% of a cent. So you want it to start high. That is not smart. I'm telling you, because when it starts high, I know you lot are gonna cash out. I know you're waiting to cash out. I know that because I've seen the experience. A lot of people have cashed out and their eyes, they've cashed out their other ones. I've seen it. I've seen how it works. You have to learn it. You have to understand it. Yeah, because a lot of people are gonna cash out on that day. But Mr. Ray, Dr. Nicholas said the price of buy depends on the community. Oh, please. That thing, you lot have been misled. You misunderstood what Nicholas said. And that is within the enclosed network. And even in the open network, it's still dependent on what the whales and everybody wants to do. So if the whales come in and they start buying Pi, of course the price will go up. But what you want is not for them to just buy it at a given go at once. You want us to hold. You understand? But not many pioneers are going to hold. We know that. Most pioneers are going to sell. We know that. I know that for sure. And that is also acceptable. That's the crypto market. Do you understand what I'm saying? Tochuku here saying, I sold my Pi 100%. Sorry, I locked up 100% for 3 years during my KYC. But my problem now is, if Pi goes live, what will happen? Will you be able to sell? No, you won't, because it's like staking. Do you know what I mean? I am on Sunwaves. Yes, I am on Sunwaves. I'm in the top 100 or so. I'm in the top 100 on Sunwaves. I am. Why wouldn't I be? Like I said, I'm not sentimental. I may have been angry with them previously, but that doesn't mean if they have a project, I'm not going to join. I will join. That's the thing. You need to make sure you're civilized enough. Let's see. I thought the Pi would be a stable coin. That's the point. I would prefer it to be a stable coin. If it is a stable coin, then obviously it will be unmatched. Trust me. That's what I want it to be. But would it be? We will see. But it has to be tethered against something. What do you want it to be pegged against? Against gold? Gold is stable. Do you want it to be tethered against diamond? Diamond is stable. Do you want it to be tethered against silver? Silver is stable. But are you going to say that your silver is worth more or is more valuable than Pi? We will never know until it happens. Do you understand? To make any crypto stable, you have to peg it against something that's relatively stable. And that's why Tether, which is USDT, as it were, is tethered or pegged against the US dollar, because the US dollar is somewhat stable. Do you know what I mean? So if you want to peg it, you peg it against something that's stable. That's not to say that it will be the same price, but you want to peg it against, say, gold. Gold, we all know gold is relatively stable. It's not volatile. It's relatively stable. But the trajectory since 2010 has been up. Do you understand? The trajectory of gold since 2010 has been up. So if we were to peg it against gold, then Pi will be extremely valuable. We will not have the price rising and falling, so I'll not be scared to hold my Pi. Do you get what I'm saying? I will not be scared to sell some of my Pi. You understand? I will not be scared to buy some Pi, because I know that the price is relatively stable, so I don't lose much. But is that what you want? We already know people will sell, even if it's of course. But I know I'll be buying it, and if I was them, I'll be holding. Well, they won't, unfortunately. The thing is, realistically, some of us will sell some of our Pi. That's just fact. You need, well, I'm not going to say you sell off your Pi, but some of us will sell some of our Pi. And Some of us will buy some of the pie. But hey, I'm not going to tell you how you need to do. A lot of people know how to run this market wisely, smartly, and I'm not the one to teach you how to do that. Never, never, ever, ever. I've learned so much since I joined Pi Network. Pi Network all the way. I've been with them for 5 years now. Great, great, great. But I still have more than 5,000 Pi. I hope to be a millionaire if it reaches that price, you know. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I don't have that mindset of saying that, you know, you have to diversify. That's what I'll say. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify. Mensa Frank saying it will not be a disappointment. Pi will not list with nothing more than $0.3. Well, we shall see. We shall see. And Frederick saying it will be a disappointment after all this preparation. Well, it won't be a disappointment because then the price will still rise. Where did Bitcoin start from? It started from relatively nothing, relative oblivion. Where is Bitcoin now? You know, through the roof. So you can't say that. I will not be disappointed at any price Pi starts at. I will not be disappointed because I understand how the crypto market works. So I will not be disappointed. Unfortunately, there's another thing. If we don't get a lot of more knowledgeable people holding Pi or buying Pi or whatever, then Pi will be like any other mobile mining crypto or any other bot crypto and so on, because most of the people are not as knowledgeable. And because they're not, they're in it to sell. And I know that for sure. So if they come in, they're just going to sell and that's it. Dump and then move on. Dump and then move on. But how could you stay with Pi for 5 years or 4 years or 3 years or 2 years and dump? No. It's a long-term project. Otherwise, you wouldn't have stuck with it. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, you wouldn't have stuck with it. So it's a long-term project, and I'm happy about that. All right. No, it started less than 40 cents. If you check the trajectory, it started way less than 40 cents. Trust me. Way less. The pizza guy, remember? That was less than 40 cents. Let me see. It will be more than $10,000 for Pi. When? When is that? The start? No, it won't be. It won't be. Not the start. My question has always been, if you're just joining, if you're just joining, my question was, what do you think the price of Pi would be when it gets listed the very first second on exchanges? Not Open Mainnet, when it gets listed, because Open Mainnet doesn't mean it's listed. Open Mainnet means the firewall has been brought down. It's accessible now to all these exchanges, and therefore they can list them. You understand? And when that happens, on the very first second, when the first exchange lists Pi Network, what could the price be? That was the question. Let's see what you say in the next 2 minutes. How many likes have we got? 109. Let's get to 150 very quickly. Smash that like button, people. We've got Zep Design here saying, why are they still promoting GCV if its value will not be fulfilled in the Open Mainnet? I think you should ask them. Don't ask me. Go ask them. I'm not in that circle, so I don't know why they keep promoting. That's up to them, to be honest. I am not one of those. So if you ask me any question about GCV when it comes to stuff like that, forget about it. I ain't gonna have any answer for you, my friend. I'm just telling you what I believe in, and that's it. Everything here that I've said has been my opinion and nothing else. All right. Okay, it's been a great show. I've loved it. I know you've loved it, and I can't thank you enough. All 100 odd people of you here. When they say 100 odd, it means 100 plus here. I can't thank you enough. Also, listen, Athene Network are doing something that is a bit surprising, but hey, you can join if you want to and see what that's all about. Okay, let me see if it's happening. Let's see. I don't know what that's all about. Oh, expired. Sign in with email. Okay, let's see. All right, smash the like button, people. Smash the subscribe button. Ooh, a lot of people have joined. Great stuff. Great stuff. A lot of people have joined. Good. Now, the reason why all these are happening, remember, the price of ATH is in comparison with the gems is going to be extremely low. So you have to make sure you have a lot more. If you don't have a lot more, then it will be worth almost nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm urging people to do it, because yeah, it's happening, and I'm definitely excited about it. All right, any questions? Any questions, please? Any questions? I wonder if the first exchange will list a high to get a volume up and make money off the mainnet launch in trading fees. With a high price point, the pioneers will flock. Yeah, but remember, a lot of people will sell too, and that's the thing. So how many are going to sell? How many are going to buy? It depends on the demand and supply, and it depends on the selling and the buying. It depends on all of that. These factors affect the price of anything. So if buying is more than selling, then the price goes up. If demand is higher than supply, price goes up. If the opposite happens, price goes down. All right. All right, people, take care of yourselves. Name is Ray. Channel is Race United. Word is peace, and I love you. And I'll see you another day.
Rays united. Oh my God, ways made.